Hello and assalamu alaikum, my name is Jebreel and welcome back to new video. So in this video today I will be discussing about an important topic which is related to our life, as we all know that nowadays everyone is having papers, they want to prepare for that. So today I will give you tips, 7 tips in which you would be able to study in a smarter way but not harder. Nowadays we see many people, they are trying so hard, they are studying, but today I will give you 7 tips in which you will be studying but in a smarter way, which will help you a lot than studying harder. So let's get into the topic. First of all, the main thing is that study in topics block. Matlab, like now we can see that many people, they study for 3 hours continuously, which is not good. I believe that if you study for 40 minutes or 30 minutes, after that take a break. When you will study in this type of things, your mind will try to catch things. But if you would be studying, after this your mind won't be able to catch that thing properly in a good way, which will not help you to study, and this means that you are trying so hard. And if you would be trying smarter, you would be studying for 40 minutes, 30 minutes, and then take break for 5-10 minutes, then your mind will be also working, and the things that you are learning, that will also sit in your mind. So the next thing is that now we can see that many people are studying in a harder way. So the next thing or next step is which we can make the study smarter is that you should switch to topics. Like now many people, they are studying one subject or one topic continuously, which I don't believe is good for them. Good thing for them is to study different topics. Our brain is like this, that he don't want boredom. When you would try to bring new things, he would start to catching it. If you would be starting and you would be studying one thing for continuously, your brain won't get that properly. So if you would start studying, or if you would start getting the things in a proper way, like we can see that now if I am there and I am switching subjects, so every subject thing, my mind would try to catch it, because I am learning a new thing and my mind want that. And if you would be studying one subject, that this is photosynthesis, so this won't be helpful for your mind. The third tip is that try to teach to someone else, pretend. Now if you would pretend to teach someone else, now if I learn something from this page, now if someone is sitting in front of me, if it is my brother, if it is my cousin, if it is someone else, just try to pretend that you are teaching them. When you would teach them from this, the things that you have learned, they would also be spoken out, from which in your mind they would sit in a proper way, in a good way. Also, if you would teach or pretend to teach to someone, this will help you a lot, as from this your mind would get more ideas, your mind would get faster, and your memorization, that will also be very good. But nowadays what we people do, we just start studying, and we don't pretend even to teach to someone, as teaching is very important. Teaching will help you to memorize or do the thing yourself in a proper way. The fourth tip is that use active recalling, not just reading. Now what we people do, I will share with you all the problems. We people just read. We have a book, we just start reading that continuously, which I don't believe is good. The thing that I believe is better in our life to become smarter is that try to recall that thing. Now if you have studied one thing, just try to go through it. Close your book, just try to study that. If that thing you have studied, have you memorized that thing, so after that it would be able for you to understand that thing in a proper way. So that's why it is really important to just not read. Just try to recall from yourself. If you don't have someone, bring a book, read it, close it, just memorize it and recall it, so that it can sit in your mind and you can study smartly. The next thing, or the fifth tip, is that try to study the hardest topic. Our problem is that we are every time we are studying the easy topic, and we think that we are doing very better. There is only one topic, or there will be only 2 topics that will look easy, but the other are too much, like they are hard. So you have to memorize the hard subjects that you cannot pretend, or you cannot speak, or you cannot memorize that. So if you would start working on that hard subjects, this will help you to become more intelligent and study in a smarter way. The sixth tip is that we should make notes. Now we all make notes, but we should not make that type of notes that are too long. we should just make notes that are like small, they are just bullet points. So if we just read that, we the thing that we are studying, that just sit in our mind. Now if we have a topic about human body, so if we just write it in bullet points, that what is human body, what is involved in it, how does it work, so from this whenever we will read that thing, from this it will sit in our mind and we would be able to study in a smarter way. So that's why it is really important to go through notes, make small notes which will help you to study in a proper way. The last tip is that whenever you have completed your study, it will be of course daytime, so when you are going to sleep, just try to memorize it for 10 minutes or 5 minutes, because it is really important. When you would try to memorize it, this will sit in your mind and it will be over there for a good time or for a good period. So if you won't memorize it, if you would just go through the tips, but if you won't memorize it in night, that won't be helpful for you. So that's why it is really important to memorize the things that you have studied in morning at the night time. So these were the 7 tips that I wanted to share with you. They were about that how can we make our study smarter. Many people believe that they are studying in a harder way, which is not good for them. So if you follow these tips, this will really helpful, this will be really helpful in your life, and try to implement these tips as they are really important in your life to study smarter and have a good memorization in your life. So that was all. See you in next video. Allah Hafiz.